Yes, I am still working on Wisteria's hovel. This time I'm working on it as a full concept in the style of more concept art as opposed to just a very quick and admittedly very rough reference for me to use when creating the graphic novel. If you're new here and everything a part of that sentence that I just said is completely foreign to you, hello, welcome to the channel. The graphic novel I am talking about is my online graphic novel, The Lost Land Sage, which you can read at projectsage.thecomicseries.com, but don't leave yet because I have quite a few things I want to talk about today as a general update for what's going on with me, what's going on with the graphic novel, what's going on behind the scenes, and what you guys would like to see from me next. So, like I said in the start, I am still working on this concept art for Wisteria's hovel, and it could be that I'm so focused on this to avoid something else, but at the same time, this also gives me really good practice. With working on this concept, I'm both seeing where my weaknesses lie, but I'm also seeing where I have improved over time. In conjunction with that, I just really was not happy with the final state that the first isometric view I created for Wisteria's hovel was left at. I thought that I could do better. I thought it was a lazy quick job, and I think I'm right because I did do better. I do still want to add the flat shadows for this space to get a better sense of the dimension. I also want to do an additional page that works alongside of this page where I am coloring, shading, highlighting, however you want to say it, this concept art for all times of day. And this is probably most definitely influenced by my time playing The Sims 4. However, I do think it'll be great because there are various scenes that do happen at Wisteria's hovel during different times of day. So it will be a very good reference to have. Going back to what I touched on a little bit earlier, I am very intimidated. And although this concept is good practice, I am avoiding starting in on creating this sort of isometric view for the entirety. I'm already nervous just saying this, but the entirety of the Greenery Coven's territory headquarters. Gosh, I'm already not super experienced when it comes to settings and environments. Although funnily enough, I'm finding that I enjoy creating and concepting, coloring environments and settings a little bit more than characters, which is a big shock to me. But it's just the scale of this headquarters that intimidates me. The specific setting within the headquarters that I need a reference for, especially upcoming, is the library, which is actually where we first meet Wisteria in the prologue. But I'm just intimidated. The repetition of the books, the intricacy of bookshelves, the layout and architecture, I'm nervous, but I don't think I can put it off any longer, so let's hope in the next video I can update you that I finally did it in about 2 weeks. Speaking of the prologue and scenes, that's very loosely related to each other, but The first scene of chapter 1 is done. I know I touched on this a little bit in the previous video 2 weeks ago, but I want to speak more about it here because I totally glazed over it to talk about more important matters, to be fair. But yes, the first scene of chapter 1 is done, which is amazing. So how I am creating this graphic novel is I am breaking down these chapters into scenes. So there aren't very many chapters, but there are a few scenes in every chapter, and each new scene requires a new setting. This first scene that is completed is between Rose, which is the main character's mother, and Head Doran, which she is the coven head of the Greenery Territory. I'm so amazed for many reasons. One, I'm amazed that it's completed. It's like another step forward with the prologue complete, this first scene complete, moving into the next scene. And already I'm drawing the scene after that. Amazing is the best word that I can use with my vocabulary that is failing me right now. The second reason that I find this so amazing is because I read my pages every time they come out, and I am comparing them to what I'm currently doing now. I like to work ahead so that in times of stress or I am having commitments in other places, I'm not falling behind on the Lost Land Sage and staying consistent. So I am about 4 to 6 pages ahead right now of what is currently out. And even just looking at what is currently out and what I'm currently working on and the difference in my quality of work, the growth as an artist, as a storyteller, as a creator in general is so cool. Super cool. To the point where sometimes I just want to release all of the pages all at once right now so you guys can be all caught up with me. But if I do that, then I will sorely regret it when 2 weeks pass and I don't have anything. And that is because right now we are moving. Literally right now. I am recording this voiceover on a Wednesday before we move. This video comes out on a Sunday. Our official move-in day is the Saturday before. So this upcoming Saturday, the day before this video came out right now. I think that was confusing, but maybe you followed me. So yes, we're moving. We found a place that we will be staying, we being my boyfriend and I. It will be our first place together. We're very excited. And I think you guys should know that I might not be working at the full capacity that I usually am until my office is set up again. I'm back into a flow, accustomed to the new space. Of course, I will always be drawing because my drawing tablet keeps me mobile. It's an iPad. I use Procreate. So the art will never stop. And if you want to keep seeing that, it'll be available for viewing for sure on my Instagram, which is at Project Sage Art. But YouTube might be a little more difficult to update as regularly as I am now. Plus, besides moving, super behind the scenes, I'm working on a secret project. Now, I've dropped little gems here and there saying secret project, but I have not yet acknowledged it fully in a video. And some of you privileged few viewers actually know what this secret project is. Lucky you. But with this secret project, I have gotten the last puzzle piece that is needed to start fully actualizing what this project is, and I am extremely excited to get it going, get it done, and share it with you guys. You guys will be the first to see what this project is. I will share it with you first. I will reveal more as things start to come into place more. But the excitement is overwhelming for this, and I am almost spilling so many beans as I'm just sitting here and gabbing. I always do that. I always say jabbing instead of gabbing, and I blame GIF. Anyway, sitting here gabbing away and almost revealing things because I'm just that excited. But I'm really hoping that you guys are as happy and excited as I am when I announce what this secret project is, and as excited to enjoy it when the time comes. Until then, I do want to say that this past week, the March digital download did release. It's only available on KoFi, and it's only available for Spearmint T members and higher. But I'm very proud of what this month's digital download is. It is a full illustration of Wisteria. I've posted a short about it, I'm pretty sure. I posted in the community section about it, and now I'm telling you guys here just to make sure everyone, no matter how they consume my content, knows that this is available for digital download. It is not in the style of the graphic novel, it's more in my personal art style, but I think that's why I like it so much, especially as my style develops more. I love that when I am drawing for fun for myself, not for the graphic novel, basically, I have two different, very distinct worlds that I create in, and that determines the styling that I use. So I have a world that I create in that is very adjacent to the Lost Lands Age, where it's very natural, old-timey, Regency, medieval, fantasy, whatever you want to call it. And that rendering style for any of my art, illustrations, projects is always more natural. That gritty 6B sketch pencil style. And I really love it. I'm really starting to love it. And then on the complete and utter opposite side of the aisle, there is my cyberpunk world that I love to create in. And it's very glowy and robotic and smooth. And I also just really enjoy that style too that I work in. So between those two, I'm having a lot of fun with art. And it's making it a lot easier to keep up with my Ko-Fi than I originally thought. By the way, I'm gonna leave my Ko-Fi linked in the description if you want to go check it out. I have the pictures and images and things that I post in the Ko-Fi, but I also post little updates, whether they're updates of behind the scenes things I'm working on for the Lost Lands Sage, or maybe some world building / lore dumps that I share with you guys. So even if you don't become a paid member for the Ko-Fi, personally I think it would pay to follow the Ko-Fi in case you are wanting to continue to follow the Lost Lands Sage elsewhere, outside of YouTube, outside of Instagram. If you are boycotting Instagram, you know, I get it. Anyway, I'm enjoying Ko-Fi. I am enjoying every aspect of this process of creating the Lost Lands Sage, including YouTube again, which if you saw last week's video, you know that's a huge step up because I was feeling a little bit burnt out, a little bit upset, a little bit not enjoying YouTube as I was when I first started. But I'm enjoying it again, and I think it has a lot to do with how I'm making videos now. This voiceover is not scripted, and I am really enjoying and loving that. It doesn't feel like I'm doing work. It feels like I'm just talking. And as someone with a history of streaming, it's really easy for me to just talk at least after I get over that initial my throat really hurts. Because in real life, I am not someone who talks very often, very much, like back to back to back to back. I can't think of the word right now. It's in my head. It's not coming out. If you know what word I'm thinking of, comment it down below. I'll give you a heart. Right now, pretty sure that's all I have for you guys today. Future editing Tiara here. So if the recording sounds different, that is why. But that was not all I had for you guys. I had one more thing I wanted to ask, and that was, what content do you want to see next? So do you want more character deep dives, more world building and lore, or just more updates and assets of what I'm doing behind the scenes? So if you could let me know in the comments what you want, that would be very, very helpful. So I guess we're ending the video, which is crazy. Before I end the video, I do want to say that The Lost Land Sage is a passion project of mine, something I'm very passionate about, something I care about deeply. And if you want to read it, I highly encourage you to either check the description or go to projectsage.thecomicseries.com to read it. I am currently working on bringing LLS to Webtoon and other platforms to make it easily accessible for anyone who would like to read it. But right now, that's where it's available. And if you want to take the time to read more, I'd really appreciate it. Quick little blurb about what The Lost Land Sage is about. I'm going to try and do this in one sentence. All right, let's see if I can do this. The Lost Land Sage is about a young witch's journey through the Ever and navigating political hierarchies to advance the betterment of the entire world. I don't know if that was a good summary or not. A lot of things were going through my head as I was trying to say one sentence, but that's one sentence that I will give you to describe The Lost Land Sage. So, again, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and check out projectsage.thecomicseries.com. And if you're here at this point in the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, because the support just really means a lot, especially to small YouTubers like me, like others who might be in the comments. Maybe check out some people in the comments too. We all really appreciate your help in supporting us, but me specifically, when you like and subscribe, it just really helps. It pushes my videos, and I personally really appreciate it. So thank you. I don't have a sweet treat to offer you guys today like I do in my other animated update videos, but I will say that I will make a 100 subscriber cake when we get to 100 subscribers. So if you want to help me be able to make a cake, then maybe subscribe. Anyway, I'm done with promoting myself because it feels really awkward. You can't see me, but my cheeks are burning from blushing. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a really great day or night or whatever in between for whatever it is wherever you are.